Yeah, so for me, the big one came with the Addams Family musical this spring, where I was fortunate enough to play Gomez Addams, and that just took up all of my time this spring with 3-hour rehearsals every night, then another 4-hour on Sundays. It just completely consumed my life. But I'm just so thankful to have been able to do the show without masks and really have that sense of normalcy coming back, and just be surrounded by everyone from the music department and the theater department to come together to bring the first musical back in, I think it was about 2 years. It was just this incredible feeling, especially with 3 sold-out shows, and the energy in those shows was just incredible. Yeah, I think I was, to be honest. I think my high school did a very good job of preparing me for the most part, but I think that Davidson does a wonderful job of kind of cushioning you in with the little bit of an extended orientation period, and then making sure that you have your advisor and that you're kind of getting checked in on. I don't think anyone's gotten lost in the turmoil of going through your first year. But I think that it was more or less an easy process. Obviously, there's some adjustments that you make to collegiate writing and different things like that, but I think for the most part, it was a pretty seamless transition. So I think as every incoming freshman gets ready for their first summer of college, they're going to be doing a little bit of daydreaming over the summer, thinking about what's it going to be like. I'm certainly no exception. I kind of had a few preconceived notions of what my classes might be like, and how I might meet my first friends and different things like that. And I think a lot of those, especially the social ones, did not pan out exactly as I imagined that they would, but I definitely had positive experiences. I think that I was very well aware going in, just through all of the information that Davidson gave us over the summer about how everything would work, from Webtree to our first classes. That was very much what I anticipated it would be, thankfully. One of the moments that I think about when I think about the hard time was certainly during my experience with the musical. As a freshman, I certainly felt some pressures going into it, having such a large role. There were certainly moments where I questioned myself whether I was good enough for this, whether what I was doing was even portraying the character accurately at all. In those moments, I really found that the faculty were there to support me, that Anne-Marie Costa, the director, Jackie, our music director, were there and were very reassuring, and they certainly pushed me to my limits on certain days, but they knew when to pull back a little bit, and when to reassure me, and when to make sure that I knew that even though they were pushing me farther, that I had made a lot of progress already, and that was a really important support system during those tough times.